community knows no bounds when the citizens are inspired to create. Imagine Martin on TV with hosts Jeff Sauer and Alexandra Hurney.
Well, good morning and welcome to Imagine Martin on TV. I'm Jeff Sauer.
And I'm Al Hurney. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting show.
It is going to be a good show. So I've heard that we've had some questions of viewers wanting to know a little bit more about us. So should we tell them?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
I am a mortgage broker here in Fairmont, and I am with Edge Home Finance, and then I also have a few other things I do. I've got an Airbnb and a second one that's about to be opening here. And there's a lot of fun stuff that goes along with that. We have fun names. So the one is called the Little Red Cabin. And then the other one that's coming is Hummingbird Haven.
I love that. So you get to decorate it however you want and make it fun.
We do. We add the theme in there. We've got pictures, and we make it so it's real. Like the cabin has a real homey feeling.
Yeah.
And the Hummingbird Haven has birds and hummingbirds and all kinds of stuff around.
Yeah.
And so it's very, very thematic.
And you're being creative.
That's right. Absolutely. We try and keep it artful.
Yes.
Tell us about what you do.
Okay. Well, yeah, besides, hosting this wonderful show.
Of course.
I'm the taproom manager at the Fairmont Brewing Company, and I'm also an artist. I do a lot of freelance artwork. I'm on the mural committee at Imagine Martin also. So painting, drawing, pet portraits. I do commission work. I do some digital art also. Oh,
really? Digital art?
Yeah.
Nice. Tell us a little bit about some of the ones that you've done. I know we've seen them on this show, so
yeah,
There's
definitely.
a few.
So I've done a mural at the History Museum in one of their rooms that they're making kind of an interactive room. I did a big mural there. I've done some downtown here in Fairmont. There's one at the Marina Lodge. They're upstairs. I did a mural there. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, it's always fun. We get to do a lot of fun stuff outside of the show.
Exactly. So. We're inspired to create everywhere.
Inspired to create. That's right.
Well, should we jump into the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We interrupt this program to share with you the organizations that have made Imagine Martin's Community Information Hub a reality. Martin County Economic Development. American Legion, Lee C. Prentice Post 36. Martin County Pork Producers. Central Farm Services. Martin County Historical Society. Kim Chris, Exit Realty. Fairmont National Agency, Incorporated. Join us in thanking each of them. Now we return to our program.
Well, here at Imagine Martin, we've been pretty busy. We've got the hub, we've got the mural committees. We're actually going to add something new.
Yay, I like new stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be the Art Mart. You may have seen some information on Facebook, but tell us about it, Jeff.
Yeah, I've got a brochure right here. Launching May 8th, Art Mart will take place every other Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. in the downtown Fairmont, running throughout the season for a total of 10 markets. These events are a great opportunity for artists, crafters, jewelry makers, wearable art designers, and other creatives to showcase and sell their work. We also welcome independent business owners, cottage food producers, community groups, and nonprofits, because Imagine Martin is all about supporting those inspired to create. Each Art Mart will also feature live music and amazing food from local favorites, food trucks, restaurants, and more.
Well, these Art Marts are going to be amazing, and not only on May 8th, but every other Thursday through September.
Yeah, I believe there's going to be 10 of them. Yeah. So that'll be a great event to cover the summer.
Yeah, I hope you guys check it out. And, speaking of amazing, we have an amazing studio guest today. Let's bring her out.
Absolutely.
Hi, Jenny. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and who you're with?
Absolutely. So my name's Jenny Trushenski. I'm the Martin County Library Director. So I work here in Martin County with the public library system. and I'm originally from Fairmont, Minnesota.
Okay.
I moved away and went to college for a while, ended up coming back to town, and I've been with the library for quite a few years now.
That's awesome.
We are at Imagine Martin here. We are really interested in seeing all the things that are going on at the library. I see it on Facebook. I see it all over the place.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the mission and what you do.
Absolutely. Well, the library's overall goal is to be a community hub and resource for Martin County, and that can look a lot of different ways. But educating and informing and entertaining the public are all really important, and just being a place where people of all walks of life can come and partake of the resources that we provide. That's really what our goal is, and that is both through materials that you can check out and also all of the different events that you are referencing the programs that we have.
What are some of the materials that you can check out that aren't just books? Because I'm still learning all the things that the library has to offer, like park passes and stuff I've seen.
Yes. So we obviously have books, lots of different styles of books for all ages, but we're really embracing that idea that a library can check out a lot more than books. So as you mentioned, we do have a state park pass that's for checkout. That's a program that's available through the state to us, and so you can take it and use it at any state park to get free admission for that day. It's actually good for a week, which is really nice. We have what we call the Library of Things, and so the Library of Things enables us to check out all kinds of different materials, puzzles, games. We have some small appliances, tools, toys, all kinds of different fun things. Sometimes it's things that maybe you use once or twice but don't want to buy yourself, or maybe something that you're wondering, maybe would I like this? It gives you a chance to check it out, try it, and see if it is something you'd like for your own house. So there's lots of things there. We have, like for kids, immersive reality books. You can actually use a smartphone app and it kind of comes to life on the screen, some of the pages within the book. We have expanded our Spanish language collection at the library too. So it's exciting to see all of the changes and all of the new things that we're able to offer the community.
Yeah, that's really neat.
That is awesome. I do a lot of like audiobook. Is there options for audiobooks at the library?
Yes, that's a great question. So we do have still our physical audiobook collection, CDs that you can put in if you have a CD player. But as technology kind of transitions away from that, we also have a couple of digital services which are hugely popular. So we have both Hoopla and Libby. Those are the two. They're apps that you can get. You can use your smartphone or you can use a tablet, and you can download not just audiobooks, but ebooks, some music, movies, things like that as well. Just with your library card, download them, and then they're portable. They can go with you wherever you want to take them.
That's awesome.
And if you don't have a library card, how do you get one?
That's a great question. Well, I always like to emphasize, you don't have to have a card just to come into the building, to attend an event, to use a computer if you need internet quick. You don't have to have a card to do any of that, but we would love to have you be a card holder. And the way to do that is to just come in. It's a short form we have you fill out, and then you do need like a driver's license or some sort of ID just to verify you are who you are. But then you get your card, and there's no charge to you for that, and you're ready to go.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. I think I've seen that you guys do events outside of the library sometimes as well.
Yes.
And where can people what's the best way for people to find out about the stuff that's going on outside of the library?
Yes, so there's a lot. It can be overwhelming. Sometimes people say, "Oh, I wish I would have known about that." But we do try to put everything on our website, our Facebook and social media pages. We do put press releases in the newspaper. We put things on the public access channel, TV. So all of those places. We also do an event bookmark each month in the library, so that can tell you where things are. But we have an active partnership with the brewing company. We do trivia there every month, and that's super successful. Yeah. And we've also done lots of programming with the schools, Red Rock, other events. This summer we're doing some partnerships with the Opera House with their summer theater, which we're excited about. So there's lots of things going on, and we love to be a community partner as well.
At Imagine Martin, we do a lot with the arts, and we know that the library is a big part of the arts community. Tell us a little bit about what is kind of going on, or different things that you're doing within the arts community.
Yeah. Well, we're very fortunate to have access to the legacy funds that come from the state, the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. And so we've been able to bring some really great programs to our local community, artists that come from around. We've done leather classes. We have a watercolor and charcoal painting class coming up soon. We do movies every month. There's just a lot of different artistic opportunities that are out there for our community members. We've done weaving, embroidery, so many different things. So I would just encourage people to stay tuned to our website, Facebook page, ask in the library about what kind of other art classes are coming up, because it's a great way to try a new medium that you never have before and learn something new, maybe pick up a new skill or hobby.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When those classes do come, or those pop-up art classes, do you sign up for them and pay, or is it a certain age range?
That's a great question. All of those programs are offered for free. We do not charge. Some of them do require registration.
Okay.
Typically, it depends on the type of class it is and the presenter and what kind of space they need.
Yeah.
And there are sometimes age limits. We've had some mosaic classes where when they were working with broken glass, they didn't want really young kids coming. And so
Sure.
we can always provide those details to you about registration needs and age limits if there are any.
Is there any way that people can support the library, or what is it that that the community can do?
Absolutely. So the best way to support the library is just to come in and get a library card and use the library. I always say, we are beneficiaries of your tax dollars. And so if you're paying taxes, you are paying for the library. So you should come in and use it. Even if you think, I'm not a big reader, there's a lot more going on in the building than you may be aware of. And so come in and use it, and let your elected officials that are, especially the local ones, know how you value the library and its services. We also have a group called Friends of the Library that's been kind of more low-key in the last few years, but we're really looking at resuming that group more. There's people that are interested in finding ways to just show their support of the library and make sure that the public knows that they value the services. And so if that's something that you're interested in, we'd encourage you to stop in at the library and just leave your name with us, and we will be reaching out to you.
Well, Jenny, thanks so much for being here today. And make sure to follow their Facebook page, check out their website for all the events and stuff that's happening at the library.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jen. Well, what an amazing studio guest. What do you think, Gab?
I actually, every time I hear about the library, there's something new I learn. There's so much going on there. It's really a great place.
My kids just love going to several things. And actually, as an adult, I've been there and done like competition and a few things. So there's even stuff where I haven't brought the kids and I've been to the library.
It's such a great place. Speaking of great places, I actually had the honor of judging the regional high school art show at the Red Rock Center.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
so Ashley Hakey and I got to judge. Judging is so hard. It shouldn't even be called judging because all the artwork there was awesome. The talent that these kids have and are showing already, it was just really cool to see. And I brought my daughter there
Did
too.
you?
She walked around and enjoyed the art too, and she liked looking at all the pieces. So it was really fun.
That's awesome. Where were the kids from?
From 6 different schools. It was awesome.
That's awesome. They were from all over?
Yep.
Okay.
Regional high schools.
That's great. And what kind of art? Tell us a little bit about what you saw as a judge.
So yeah, there was painting and drawing and ceramics and pottery and fiber arts, which was really cool. There was this awesome eagle made out of yarn. It was just so neat to see. I loved it. Judging was hard, like I said, because you can't really judge. Art is just, it's personal, and everybody takes it in differently and presents it differently. So actually, every student there should have got a first place ribbon.
That's cool. A lot of cool mediums and a lot of cool, just imaginative items from the kids. That's awesome.
And the Red Rock was such an awesome venue for these young artists to display their work. The Red Rock is a great thing in our community. from concerts to performing arts to visual arts in their classes.
Speaking of art and of amazing, let's go into our artful conversations.
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Caroline Porter. I'm a local watercolor artist here in Fairmont. I travel around southern Minnesota bringing art to small communities because I believe art is just as important to small communities as it is in big cities. I got into art at a very young age. Ever since I could hold a pen or a pencil or a paintbrush, I was doodling all over the place. My mom would attest that. I drew all over her walls, all over every notebook I could get my hands on, but luckily one day it turned into a career. So how much artwork do I create? Honestly, as much as possible. It's very therapeutic. It helps me with pain management for health problems. It helps me, deal with stressful situations. So I try every day to at least get some color on some paper, or at least a doodle, just for stress. My creative process kind of differs time to time. Sometimes I'm influenced by nature or the people around me. For example, I've been really getting into nature pieces because my best friend is really into nature and she asked me to do a piece for her. Sometimes I start with just, I want to use this particular color, and then I go from there. Or sometimes I'm just like, I'm going to do a house, and then just go from there. I consider my art a business. I did start out as a hobby artist. When my daughter was born, I decided to turn it into a full-time career so that I could stay home and be a stay-at-home mom and still make ends meet doing evening classes. Where do I see my art career going from here? Hopefully all over the place. I'm networking with local art centers and community educations all across southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. So hopefully I'll come to your town soon and offer watercolor classes. So some of my current projects are teaching, like today at Red Rock, doing a little thing on miniature watercolors. And then another project that I'm working on right now is a fundraiser for St. James Lutheran Northrop School. About 57% of ticket sales will go to them. And I'm also donating artwork to be silent auctioned off. You can find more details on that on my website. People can reach out to me either on my website or on Facebook and Instagram, or you can just email me directly.
Well, wow. Caroline is really a talented artist.
Yes, she is. Well, thank you all for joining us today, and we want to thank our wonderful sponsors here at Imagine Martin, Inspired to Create.
A community knows no bounds when the citizens are inspired to create.